सर्वदेवैः स्तुतो देवः सैकदा बहुधा च सः शतदा सहस्रदा चैव भूयः शतसहस्रदा द्वे तनु तस्य देवस्य वेदज्ञा ब्राह्मणा विदुः घोराचान्या शिवाचान्या ते तनु बहुधा पुनः. And Sarvadevai, he is praised by all the devatas, Stuto Devak, all the devatas like Brahma, Narayana and Indra are eternally praising him. Sa Ekada, he is one without a second. Bahuda, he is multiformed, he has many forms. Egan, Anegan, Iraivanadi Varga. Manikavasakara starts off in the Tiruvachakam saying, Egan, he is one without a second. Anegan, he is present as many forms. Chandrasekhara, Dakshinamurti, Bhikshatana, Ekamukha Sadashiva, Panchamukha Sadashiva, Lingodbhava Murti, Ardhanarishvara, various divine forms, Sharabeshvara, various forms are there. Shatada Sagasrada Chaiva, he has 100 and 1000 forms. Bhuyak Shata Sagasrada, Dvetanu. So this is very interesting. Dvetanu Tasya Devasya Vedajna Brahmana Viduhu. The Brahmanas who had studied the Vedas clearly describe Lord Shiva in, two forms. He has two forms. So very similar. This is very highly, this is very interesting. The same verse is present in Linga Purana. So how, so is of state, this is of high importance. So it's again told in Mahabharata. If it is not, if it wasn't that important, then why Vyasa should state that again in Mahabharata to Arjuna? It's a very important thing. So here Mahadeva is described. The Brahmanas who had studied the Vedas would say that Mahadeva has two forms. Gorachanya, Shivachanya, Tetanu, Bahuda Punaha. He has a terrible form and then he has a Raudra Rupa and then he has a Saumya Rupa. Beautiful form. And he takes those terrible forms to punish the wicked. That is not the real Swarupam of Lord Shiva. Mahadeva is Shuddha Spatika Sankasha. He has a childlike face. And then he is 16 or he is looking like a 16-year-old boy, clinging and hugging Parvati Mata, and with beautiful 5 faces and charming faces, and then 10 hands, having Parashakti in his left lap. So very beautiful, divine Lord Shiva. But he takes those terrible forms like Kalabhairava, Mahakali, Veerabhadra and Sharabeshwara to punish the ahankara of the Devatas and Danavas. So, this very similar verse is told in the Linga Mahapurana, 1st canto, 96th chapter, 106th verse. After destroying the ahankara of Sharabeshwara, Mahadeva, the Devatas describe Dvetanu, very similar verse that is told by Vyasa. Dvetanu tava rudrasya vedajna brahmana viduhu gorapyanya shivapyanya te pratyekam anekada. Exact verse is told by Vyasacharya to Arjuna in Mahabharata. So he has a terrible form, he has a Raudra Rupa and he has a Saumya Rupa. So the Brahmanas who had studied the Vedas will come to this conclusion. And then Goratu Yatudanasya Sognir Vishnuksa Bhaskaraha Saumyatu Ponarevasya Apo Jyotimshi Chandrama. Everything, Agni, Vishnu, Bhaskara, that is the Surya, Apo, that is water, Jyoti, light, and Chandrama, that is Chandra. Everything are his forms at the end of the day. It's a very highly interesting, very, very interesting verse. Vedak Sangopanishadaha Puranat Gyatmanishchayaha Yadatra Paramam Guhyam Savaidevo Maheshwaraha Idrisascha Mahadevo Bhuyamscha Bhagavan Ajaha Nahi Sarve Maya Shakya Vaktum Bhagavato Gunaha. Very interesting. Vedak Sangopanishadaha. Whatever that is highly mysterious in the Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas, whatever that is highly mysterious, mysterious means the secret of secrets. Whatever that is highly secret, highly mysterious in the several branches of the Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas, it is actually dealing with Mahadeva, O dear Arjuna. It is none other than Mahadeva who is spoken of in the all the Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas. Very important verse. We can meditate, we can also memorize this verse also to quote, Vyasa says that. So everything, that, and then he says, Bhagavan Ajaha, he is without birth. So, if you see the essence of the Vedas is Rudram. Vidyasu Shruti Rutkrishta Rudra Ekadashini Shrutau Tatra Panchaksharas Tatra Shiva Iti Aksharadvayam. Karanagamam 8th chapter 4th verse. Vidyasu, of all the knowledge, Shruti, the exalted, most exalted is the Vedas. And in the Vedas, Ekadashini Shrutau. The Ekadasha Rudram, the 11 Anuvakas of Rudram is the most exalted in the Vedas. Tatra Panchaksharas Tatra, within the Ekadasha Rudram, that is within the 11 Anuvakas of Rudram, the Panchakshara Mantram, Namah Shivaya, Shamkaraya cha, Mayaskaraya cha, Namah Shivaya cha, Shivataraya cha. The Namah Shivaya that comes in the center of Rudram is the exalted of Rudram. So we have seen, of all the knowledges, Veda is the greatest. In the Veda, the 11 Anuvakas of Rudram is the greatest. In Rudram, the Panchakshara Mantram is the greatest. And then Shiva iti Aksharadvayam. Within the Panchakshara Mantram, the word Shiva. Shiva Shiva. Engila. Tivinayala. Everything, all the sins perish, all the sins, whatever crores and crores of sins that you have done, they just perish by chanting the name of Shiva. Shiva iti Aksharadvayam. Within the Panchakshara Mantram, the Shiva, the word Shiva, the two Aksharas, Shiva is the most exalted, the greatest of all. And then if you see, so as told by Vyasa, the essence, the Vedas, Upanishads and the Puranic essence is Lord Shiva. Whatever that is highly secret or highly mysterious is dealing only with Lord Shiva, Maheshwara, Mahadeva alone and not anyone else. So in the Sannyasa Suktam that comes in the Mahanarayana Upanishad, it says, Yo Vedadau Swarakprokto Vedante cha Pratishtitaha Tasya Prakriti Leenasya Yakparaksa Maheshwaraha. Mahadeva is described as Omkareshwara. He is beyond Omkara. So that Mahadeva alone is the supreme reality. So that's why we start off by saying Haraha Om, Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha, Haraha Om. We invoke Lord Shiva. Mahadeva is Omkareshwara. So my obeisances to that Mahadeva, Maheshwara, who is the ultimate Lord of the entire universe and who is beyond Omkara. So, and then Rudram, speaking of Rudram, as I said, it is the essence of the Vedas. Purusha Suktam is also there. Purusha Suktam comes in all the 4 Vedas and Rudram also comes in all the 4 Vedas. Both of them refer to Lord Shiva only. Purusha Suktam also refers to Lord Shiva. Purusho vai Rudraha. That's what the Shastras, that's what the Upanishads say. And then, if you see the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 21st and 22nd verse, it says, Tapah Prabhavat Deva Prasadacha Brahmaha Shvetashvataro Ata Vidvan Atyashramibhyaha Paramam Pavitram Provacha Samyak Rishi Sangha Jushtam. So the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, after Shvetashvatara Maharshi gives the knowledge of Lord Shiva, and then it finally says this ultimate knowledge, should be acquired only after practicing the Atyashrama Vratam. Atyashrama Vratam is actually practiced by the devotees of Lord Shiva. Atyashramam, very specific word is used in the Upanishads. Atyashramam Pashupatam Shambhavam Tat Shirovratam Ityevam Namabhih Punyair Nigamanteshu Giyate. It aligns with what actually the Pashupata Vratam, Mahapashupata Vratam. So which means one should apply the Bhasma all over his body and wear the Tripundra and then meditate on Parashakti Mata and Paramashiva within the heart. Do Shivanama Sankirtanam. Hear about Shiva, hear about Shiva, hear about Shiva Katha. And then do Lingadaranam. And then, always devoted to the Shaiva Guru who initiated you and then devoted to, always be devoted to Mahadeva. That is actually Atyashrama Vratam. It is described in the Kurma Puranam and various other Puranas. So why I highlighted that is, this knowledge of Shiva should not be given to anybody. It cannot be granted to everybody. That's why Vyasa says, whatever that is highly mysterious in the Vedas and Upanishads and Puranas, whatever that is the present as secret, is dealing with Lord Shiva, Maheshwara, Mahadeva. So there are some rules also, because we see Shiva Dveshis. In Satyayugam there was only one Daksha, now we have many Dakshas. So we have to be careful. That's why Atyashramabhyaha Paramam Pavitram. This knowledge should not be granted to everybody. Atyashramabhyaha. A practicer of Atyashrami, will in course of time get the knowledge of Lord Shiva. Vedante Paramam Guhyam. This is the highest secret present in the Upanishads. The 22nd verse of Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 6th chapter. Pura kalpe prachoditam na prashantaya dhatavyam na putraya shishyaya vapunaha. This profound mystery in the Vedanta was taught in the previous cycle, previous yuga by Shvetashvatara Maharshi. It should be given only to Shiva Bhaktas and not to everybody. That's what it says. So because whatever that is dealt with, in the whatever that is spoken of in the Vedas and Upanishads, be it Brahma Suktam or be it Indra Suktam or be it Narayana Suktam or Purusha Suktam, Rudram, everything is glorifying Lord Shiva only. The name can be Brahma and Narayana at the end of the day, but ultimately Eko Rudro na Dvitiyaya. Mahadeva alone is described as Parat Parat Parataram. We have seen that many times. He is the highest of the highest of the highest. There is nothing that is equal to Mahadeva. There is nothing that is greater than Lord Shiva. He is the ultimate essence, the secret of all secrets. Even Kaivalya Upanishad starts off by, Ashvalayana Maharshi starts off by asking, who is that Paratpara Purusha? How to attain that supreme of the supreme Purushas. Purusha also is a specific epithet used for Lord Shiva. Purusho vai Rudraha. Yo vai Devam Mahadevam Paramam Purushottamam Yak Sarve Sarva Vedaischa Tanme Manashiva Sankalpamastu. Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudam Yata Achirat Sarva Papam Yapohya Paratparam Purusham Yati Vidvan. How to attain that Paratpara Purusha? Oh, Brahmaji. This is the very first verse of the Kaivalya Upanishad. Mahadeva is the secret. And then Abhilasha Ashtakam also says, even the Vedas and Upanishads and Puranas and Brahma and Vishnu cannot understand Lord Shiva. Nova Vedatvam Isha Sakshat, no Vedatvam Isha Sakshat Viveda, Nova Vishnur, no Vidata Kilasya. Even the Vedas, Upanishads and Puranas and Brahma and Narayana cannot understand you, O Mahadeva. No Yogindra Nendra Mukyascha Deva Bhakto Vedatvam Tatastvam Prapadye. And then keeping this in mind, he also goes on continuing. Idrisascha Mahadevo Bhuyamscha Bhagavan Ajaha Nahi Sarve Maya Shakya Vaktum Bhagavato Gunaha. That Mahadeva Maheshwara is without birth. Ajayamano Bahuda Vijayate. Aja, he is birthless. Now, if you want to attain that birthless state, only a personality who is without birth can grant you that state of immortality, right? So that is Mahadeva alone. Bhagavan Ajaha, he is Bhagavan. So the Bhagavan's devotees are Bhagavatas. So Shiva Bhaktas are Bhagavatas. And Ajaha, he is without birth. Nahi sarve maya shakya vaktum bhagavato gunaha. Here's the, very interesting point. Nahi sarve maya shakya. I don't have that Shakti, O Arjuna, to describe all the qualities and characteristics of that Bhagavan Paramashiva. Api Varsha Sagasrena Satatam Pandunandana. Even if I have to recite the glories of Lord Shiva for thousands and thousands of years, I cannot complete the entire glories of Lord Shiva. And that's why Vyasa condenses the entire glories of Lord Shiva into 2 chapters. But the 2 chapters is nothing. Even, the Devatas cannot describe Lord Shiva. If we have to describe about Lord Shiva, we can keep on, going. Only Mahadeva understands Mahadeva completely. So, keeping this, speaking of, this where Vyasa says he doesn't have the power to glorify Lord Shiva completely. I remember one thing, in the Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, when Vishnu bathes, with the Bhasma, and Vishnu sees the divine form of Lord Shiva within his heart, he falls at the feet of Lord Shiva. Hariraha Puradrishtaha Purushaha Shanta Vigraha Ityudirya Mahavishnu Shivapade Papatata. Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 105th chapter, 223rd verse. Sorry, 233rd verse. So, Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 105th chapter, 233rd verse. So, Hariraha Puradrishtaha Purushaha Shanta Vigraha. After seeing that Shanta Vigraha Mahadeva, Purushaha, Mahadeva is described as Purusha, ultimate Purusha. He falls, Ityudirya Mahavishnu Shiva Pade Papadata. He falls at the feet of Lord Shiva. And then he says, Na Shaktim Basmano Jane Prabhavamba Kutastava Namastestu Tvameva Sharanam Gataha. 234th verse. Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 105th chapter. He says, Na Shaktim Basmano Jane. Oh Mahadeva, I cannot even understand the glories. I don't have that power to understand the glories of the sacred ash. I cannot even understand the glories of the sacred ash itself. How can I ever understand your glories, O Mahadeva? Because after applying that holy ash only, he had the divine vision of Lord Shiva. So, and then he said, I cannot even understand the glories of the sacred ash. So how can I ever understand your glories? Namastestu, so Namastestu. So all my obeisances are only to you, O Mahadeva. Tvameva Sharanam Gataha. I surrender only to you. So even the Bhasma's glories cannot be understood by Vishnu. So what to speak of Mahadeva? No one can understand Lord Shiva. And again, Padma Purana, Patala Kanda, 114th chapter, 189th verse. Vishnu says to Lord Shiva, Varsha Koti Sagasram tu Sagasrabdair Atanvakam Bhaktya Sampujidopisha Padono Darshitastvaya. For crores and crores of years I have been searching your feet, O Mahadeva. I am not able to find. You have not manifested that to me. I am not able to find your feet, O Mahadeva. For crores and crores of years I am searching. It's told in Padma Purana. And also, very similar verse is present in Narada Purana, Purva Bhaga, 79th chapter, 139th verse. So, no one, this correlates with the Lingodbhava episode where Mahadeva appears as an Agni Stamba. He shows his infinite form to Brahma and Narayana who are fighting in Ahankara. And then he crushes their ego, establishing himself as the supreme reality. And then Brahma and Narayana come back to their senses, and then they glorify Lord Shiva. So even Brahma and Narayana are still searching for the beginning and end of Lord Shiva. Haradatta Shivacharya says, even Narayana has not found your feet yet. He is still searching for your feet. And Brahma is still searching for your head, O Mahadeva. When Mahadeva manifested in front of Haradatta Shivacharya, a great Shaivite Acharya, he says this. So there are many references. And that's what Vyasa also says here, that no one can understand Lord Shiva. Even if I have to glorify Mahadeva, O Arjuna, I cannot describe the complete qualities and characteristics of Lord Shiva, even in thousands and thousands of years. Even the Vedas and Upanishads cannot understand. Vishnu says that. That's why it says, Vedat Sangopanishadaha Purana Dhyatma Nishchayaha Yadatra Paramam Guhyam. The highest secret that is present in the Vedas and Upanishads and Puranas is dealing with Maheshwara, Mahadeva, Samba Shiva, Chandrasekhara, oh my dear Arjuna. Oh Pandunandana, he says that. There are many references describing about Lord Shiva. Brahma Vaivarta Purana, when I spoke about the word Mahadeva, right? Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Krishna Janma Kandam, 75th chapter, Krishna says, Tatodika Shankaro me nasti me Shankarat Priyaha. There is no one that is dear to me apart from Mahadeva. Mahadeva, Mahadeva, Mahadeveti Vadinaha, the one who chants the names of Mahadeva, I run behind his feet. Or her feet, whoever it is. Paschadhyami cha samtripto nama shravana lobataha. I'm always interested in hearing the name of Lord Shiva. Shravana, nama shravana. Hearing the name of Lord Shiva, hearing the name of Mahadeva. Atma me Shankarastanam Shivak Pranadi Kaschayaha. Atma me Shankaraha, my Antaryami, my Antaratma is none other than Shankara, Mahadeva, Samba Shiva. He is my prana. He is greater than everybody. So Krishna says this. And then Harivamsha Puranam, 2nd canto, 74th chapter, 34th verse, he says, Aham Brahma Kapilo Yopyanantaha. Everybody, including Brahma, Anantasesha, Kapila Muni, and all the rishis, and myself. He says, Aham. Everybody originate from you, O Mahadeva. Parashakti is the divine mother, and you are the divine father of the entire universe. So everything is dealing with Lord Shiva only. So that's why I just wanted to expand on that, highlight on that.